Hi everyone, it's Kirei here with my latest layout for Bramble Fox, and I am using this new set from the shop called Showtime and a slightly older set called the Monochrome Stars. I'm also using the Fox Cut number 103 stencil that comes with this month's Fox Box Plus subscription. So I've pulled out the Vicki Boutin Discover and Create collection, and I'm using some photos of a pretty recent outing to the theatre. Obviously, I'm using the Showtime title, so that is absolutely perfect for this, for documenting this night out. So I decided to go with some different patterned paper strips as my background. I've cut those all, distressed the edges, and then I'm just going to stick those down, but I'm obviously going to do some stenciling first on that background. But I'm just having a play around here with the different elements that I'm going to use. I've got my two strips of like film strip photos. I've got one larger photo, and then I've also die cut the two film strips as well using one of the Fox dies. And I've got a lot of fussy cut flowers. I had some of these already, but I did do a little bit of extra fussy cutting while I was sat in front of the TV. I'm just going to create some clusters around the photo and one at the bottom of the layout. And so I'm just really playing around here with the elements that I've got. I'm just thinking, I've pulled out different things that I think might work. I obviously don't use everything, but I do certainly pull out the things I think might work and then have a little play around. That's usually what I do actually when I'm doing a layout, is place it all down, have a bit of a play, work out where things are going to go, take a photo, and then I've got that as my reference. So now, and they actually, and I also sometimes draw a little sketch. You can see it right there on the side of the screen. I'm just using it to take off the excess for the ink now that I'm doing a little bit of stenciling. So I'm just adding some stenciling detail in the three areas around the layout where the embellishment clusters are going to go. So that top sort of left, and then the right side, and then there'll be a little bit at the bottom. And I'm using Distress Oxide in Dusty Concord, which is a pretty sort of plum colour that tied in perfectly with some of the plummy coloured embellishments in the Vicki Boutin collection. So I'm using some of the little mini brushes that were available in the Bramble Fox shop. I'm not sure if they're still available. They might be, but they're perfect when you're using stencils with small details, just to make sure that you capture all of those details. So that's done. You might see some pencil marks there on the sort of corners there. I marked where the strips would need to go, because I could not possibly have strips that were not even on each side and on the top and bottom. Anyway, as if by magic, they're now all stuck down, and I can get the photos stuck down on top. The two film strip photos, I'm not backing them. I'm adding them straight on with just some foam tape at the top, and then my larger photo I have backed, and again I'm adding that, but with just foam pads at the top. Then I've got my two film strip die cuts, which are really cute. There we go. Moved on very quickly there. Sorry, but I just sort of jumped. I don't know what happened with the camera actually when I was recording. Anyway, you'd seen how I placed everything. It's now all being placed again, and I am now starting to stick everything down. So again, what you'll see is I tend to stick most things in the center, so that and it's particularly things like flowers and leaves, I can curl up the edges and I get that dimension. The number 2 over on the side I raised on foam pads. And you get these sort of series of numbers sometimes in ephemera packs. I tend to I've used it because there were 2 of us, so that's really the link to the number, to be fair. So that's why I've added that. I just saw it and thought, okay, yep, I can pop that in. And then I've also got these fabulous theatre like masks that I'm tucking in as well. So I've got one in the bottom cluster, one in the top right, in the right cluster, and then I've got that pair I've just added to the left cluster. And there's a couple of black stars that also come with the set, but I did add in a few extra stars from the slightly older Monochrome Stars set. I'm sticking these down with glossy accents. I tend to do that with all my perspectives. So a lot of people do use the Nouveau glue and say it works really well too. So, but it's just something I've always done. So I do keep doing that. I use my Nouveau glue for the rest of my normal regular embellishments. And here I am, as per usual, fiddling around. There's one little star there. I can't quite decide where it's going. Okay, I've given up and I'm going to the banner and working out where that's going to tuck in. Oh, no, back to the star. Do fuss around. Sometimes I really want to just shout at myself when I'm watching videos like this and just go, stick it down, Kirei, stick it down. Anyway, it's stuck down now. Thank goodness. Okay, we get the banner on, and I'm nearly done from a video perspective. I do add a few bits after I finish the video, actually. I do add some gold splatters, and I do add in some puffy stickers that were part of the Vicki Boutin collection, some little puffy dots and little stars and arrows. So you'll see that in the close-ups. And then, of course, I will add my journaling over there to the left. I always add journaling onto my layouts because I just like to make sure I remember what I'm documenting about, and also to get a date on it. Here we go. Here are the close-ups. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video. That Showtime perspective is absolutely perfect for those trips to the theatre, cinema, or kids' plays. So available in the shop now. Thank you so much for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.